Namaste. Good morning, yoga friends. Thank you for joining me for another hour of gentle stretch and breathe yoga. You found me on Facebook. This is Yoga with Lisa SXM coming to you generally from St. Martin. And we are live, and I see we already have friends checking in. Thank you so much for joining me. So I have my glasses on today. Maybe I look a little different, but it's because I'm a little farther from the camera and I still want to be able to see you out there. So find yourself on your yoga mat. You can sit cross-legged if that suits you. Pull the flesh away from your sitting bones. Connect your weight down into the earth and just let your hands rest on your knees, palms up. Lift from the tailbone up through the top of the head and let your shoulders be heavy and relaxed. Stretch that top of the head way up like a hot air balloon floating up into the sky. Breathe deep. Expand your rib cage. Expand your belly. Let the air flow into the deepest part of your root chakra down at the bottom of your pelvis. Breathe. Exhale it all out. Squeeze the belly in. Force all the old air out. Here we go. Breathing in and out. One more time. Breathing in. Exhale all your air out and hold it out for just a moment. Bring the belly button in and bring the root chakra up, bringing energy up from the earth into the body. Suck it up, breathe in, hold the air out. Beautiful, let it go. Hands come to prayer pose. Bow the head. Push the hands up and breathe in. Exhale back to the heart, bowing the head, keeping the back straight. Let the neck relax at the bottom of your exhalation. Reach up, look up, breathe in. Exhale, bring it to your heart. One more time, breathing in, lift up. And let's take that right hand down all the way to the floor. Watch it go. Let it rest on the floor next to your hip. Look at it there. Walk your fingers away and bring the elbow down. A long stretch through the side body. Breathe. 2 more breaths all the way in and all the way out. Squeeze the belly in. One more time. Push the floor away. Come back to sitting tall, arms out to the side. Reach it up, breathe in. Bring it to the heart. Bow the head. Lifting it up, breathe in, stretch tall. Left hand drops down. Watch it go all the way to the floor by your hip. Reach that top hand way up. And look down at your lower hand. Walk your fingers away. Bring the elbow down, stretching over. Feel that stretch from the hip to the side body, through the rib cage on the side, the armpit, the elbow, the palm of the hand, the fingers spread wide. Breathe deep. Beautiful. One more breath. And exhale. Push your hand against the floor. Bring yourself up and arms up. Breathe in. Come back to your heart. Put the right hand on the left knee, left hand behind the hip on the ground. Sitting tall, we look over the left shoulder. Gentle breath, gentle twist. And slowly unwind. One hand to each knee. Let's round the back and drop the head. Sitting tall again, let's twist the other way around. And looking over the shoulder, gentle breath, gentle twist. And when you're ready, unwind, one hand to each knee, and just round your back, slump your shoulders forward, drop your head, relax your neck. Let's take that dominant hand back to the back of the neck and just give yourself a squeeze and a release. Feel that little gentle squeeze as a massage for the neck. You can come down to the base of the neck where you connect to the shoulders, and then work your way up to the base of the skull. Let's put both hands back there. Use your thumbs right where the muscles connect to the skull. Do a little circle massage. And squeeze and release a few more times, bringing the body straight up again. Reach your arms up again. Breathe in, reach, look up and wiggle your fingers. Big breath in. Arms out to the side, bring your hands. Arms are straight, bring them straight forward. Reach forward as far as you can. Feel your shoulder blades creating space between them in the back. Reach forward, keep reaching, keep breathing. Right hand rises up, look up, and switch. Look up, look down, look forward I should say, and switch. Looking forward. Switch again, look up. Keep looking up, switch the arms. Look forward, switch the arms again. Both arms reach up. Stretch tall. And feel like you're pulling apples out of a tree. One arm up, reach as high as you can, bring it down. Up, down, reach up. Breathe. All right, shake the hands out. Fingertips to the shoulders, circle the elbows. Breathe as you circle your elbows around. Inhale, exhale. Allow your back to bend in a rounded position and then an arched position. And let's reverse the circle. Keep that arching and rounding as you circle around and breathe a lot. All right, elbows out to the side, fingertips still on your elbows. We're going to dip one elbow down. Don't go too far. You may feel like that's a little stressful for the back, so don't go too far. Remember, whenever you're doing yoga, especially when you're doing it with me, listen to your inner wisdom. Don't overdo anything, especially the neck and shoulders where we are so sensitive. Let's do one more shoulder neck exercise. Just looking right and left. Find your full range of motion. Don't go past your limits. Just find the edge and breathe as you move. Relax your shoulders. Beautiful. Facing forward. Let's get those legs stretched out. Turn sideways on your mat so your legs reach down to the end of your mat. Put your hands on top of your thighs. Flex those ankles and reach. And then come back up. Breathe in. Exhale, reach for your ankles or your heels and then round it up. Arch the back, let the elbows drift back, squeeze your shoulder blades a little bit. And let's reach down, round the back, drop the head. Breathe in. Exhale, fold over. And back up, squeeze back, reach up, breathe in. And let's stay down here. You can hold on to your ankles or your shins or your heels and round that back. Relax your feet. And then come on up. Let's slide down. Hips close to heels, heels close to hips. Arms can go wherever feels good right now. I like the surrender position. And just let your knees be pointing up. Relax. Feel the difference of how your weight is distributed between your hips and your shoulders. Backs of your hands, heels. Feel your weight pressing down into the earth. Take a moment to consider that the earth is supporting you by that same amount. There's balance between your downward push and the earth's upward push against you. keeping you in one place. Big breath in and out, relax. Relaxation begins in the mind. Relax your mind. The body will follow. All right, let's take the right ankle and put it on the left knee. Take your hand and push that knee away, just gently. We're going to reach through, around, and grab behind the knee and bring your heel up into the air. So your legs are kind of shaped like the number 4. And if you want to, you can gently pull the legs a little closer to the chest and release. Bring them back to vertical. Breathe as you do this, stretching the hips. All right, release, bring both heels to the ground. Arms back to surrender. 2 long, slow, deep, full breaths. If you want, you can let your knees lean against each other a little bit. Just relax. All right, let's put the ankle on the knee the other way. Push the knee away just gently. Ask the hip to release. And then we're going to reach through and bring that leg up into the air. Reach the heel up. Interlock your fingers behind the knee. Pulling gently, bring the legs closer to the chest and back to vertical. Breathe as you move. Find your range of motion here. One more time. In and release. Feet back to the floor. Let's bring the hands alongside the hips, fingers pointing towards your heels. And tilt your pelvis, push your lower back into the floor, squeeze the belly in, squeeze the hips, squeeze the buttocks, squeeze the kegel. You can squeeze your thighs as well, but keep the pressure that you're building in your body out of your chest and shoulders. Let your chest and shoulders and arms be relaxed and breathe. Keep pushing your lower back down hard into the floor. Imagine your belly button squeezing in towards your spine. Relax your shoulders. You can turn your hands palm up. That might help you relax the shoulders. Squeeze in, squeeze down. Keep breathing. Pushing down, squeezing in, breathing easy. It's not that easy to manage because it really does kind of, the tension that you create kind of creeps into the chest area, but try. Let's release and relax. Drop both knees to the left. You can move your arms up into surrender again. Knees pointing left. The right hip is a little off the floor. See if you can ask it to sink down just a little bit closer to the floor, releasing that right side. And maybe your head wants to drift to turn to the right, putting a gentle spinal twist. If that doesn't help you relax, then keep your face looking up, or you can turn your face in the same direction as your knees. Whichever helps you let that hip and your whole spine relax. And of course, keep breathing. Those knees up, hands come back, fingers pointing towards your heels. We're going to do it again. Tilt your pelvis, squeeze the belly in, squeeze the hips, squeeze the thighs, kegel up, release your shoulders, relax your arms. Keep breathing, push down with the lower back, hard into the floor, squeeze it in. Tell those internal organs to get back in there where they belong. Squeeze it in. And let's take a relax. Both knees to the other side now. Arms back into surrender. And let your head turn left, right, or look up, whichever helps you best. Relax through the spine. The left side of the hips sinking down. Release anything in the tailbone area. We hold a lot of tension there. Just let it go right now and breathe deep. When you're ready, bring the knees up. We're going to turn over into the fetal position. Side resting pose. Bend your knees and stack them up. Feet stacked, hand resting on your hip. Head resting on your arm, or you can put a pillow for somewhere. You can put a pillow there if that's better for you. Reach that arm up and drop it back all the way to the floor behind you. Open the chest. Let that shoulder be back, farther than it would normally ever go, way back. Slowly release the hips, release the body, let it be a little bit of a twist here. Open the chest to the sky. Come back onto your side and lift that hand up over the shoulder. Stretch it straight up into the air. And let's bring the leg up, the top leg coming up. You can reach for your big toe, stretch it straight up. Bend it down, stretch it up, and slowly come down, bending the knee. Reach it up. Remember, your range of motion may not be the same as mine. Don't judge yourself, don't criticize yourself. Accept yourself with gratitude and joy. You know, it could be worse, right? Appreciate that body you have. Breathe deep, stretching that leg. One more time, reaching up. Release, and we're going to let both arm and leg drift down together all the way to the floor, slowly, like the second hand of a clock. Down it comes. Bring the knee forward and the arm back, and switch it. Knee forward, arm back, arm forward, knee back. Breathe. Beautiful. Let's let the arm rest. Put your hand in front of your chest and draw a circle in the air with your knee, as big as you want. Reverse, go the other way around. Stretch it out. Lift it up, bring it down, bend it in, stretch it out, lift it up, bring it down, bend it in. One more time, out, up, down, and relax. You can give the hip a little bit of a massage, give some thanks to your flanks. If you really feel like you need a good deep tissue massage, make a fist and pound a little bit. And we're going to roll over to the other side now. Find yourself in the fetal position or side resting pose. Knees bent and stacked, arm resting on your hip. Relax and breathe. Sink into the side position. Reach the arm up. Reach up and open this door. Open it wide. Bring the hand all the way to the floor behind you. Opening the chest, shoulder way back, farther than it normally would ever go. And if you want, you can bring your face to look up and sort of sink back in the shoulders. Take a good breath here. Rolling back up onto your side. And slowly lift the hand up, 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 up into the air. Reach it overhead and down. Let's find the big toe, bend the knee and find the big toe. Stretch your leg up, bring it down. If it doesn't get straight, that's okay. Whatever your range of motion is, if you work with it, it will over time expand. Remember, don't push yourself past your limits. Don't be that person that feels like they have to be the best. Just be yourself. Yourself is awesome, just as you are. All right, bring it down. Hand to the floor in front of the chest. Draw a circle in the air with your knee, as big as you want, and breathe. Let's reverse the circle. One more time all the way around. Breathe deep. And knee forward, arm back, and switch. Knee forward, arm back, arm forward, knee back. Good range of motion here. Breathe as you move. Enjoy it. All right, let's bring the knee into the chest, out, slowly up, slowly down. Bend it into the chest, stretch it out. Bring it up, back down. Bend it in and out. Bring it up and down. And one more time into the chest. Stretch it out. Lift it up and come back to side resting pose. You can massage that hip. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get on our hands and knees now. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders, fingers spread wide, press down into your yoga mat with the fingertips just a little bit and make those hips hover over the knees or knees under the hips. Arching and swaying, cat and cow. We're going to sway, bring the face up, bring the hip bone up, and let the middle of the back sink down like a hammock between your shoulders and hips. Be sure you're pushing away with your shoulders. Don't collapse and come into a crunched shoulder stand. We just want to push away like a little bulldog. And then we arch up, drop the head, drop the tailbone, push away with your arms from fingertips. Cat position. Breathe out. Come back to cow position, lift the face, lift the tailbone, breathe in. And back and forth at whatever speed feels awesome to you right now, breathing as you move. Three more. All right, sink your hips back to your heels and bring your forehead to the floor. Walk your hands forward. Pose of a child with arms extended. Release in the chest. Pose of a child is a pose of acceptance and humility. The heart hovers over the head. Let's bring the heart up even higher. Come up onto the top of your head. And back down to your forehead on the floor. Roll up onto the top of the head. And back to pose of a child. One more time, roll up. And down. From pose of a child, let's walk the hands a little bit to the left. And turn your face to the left. Let your right temple touch the floor. Releasing the shoulders. Be heavy. Let gravity pull you down without any resistance. And back to forward reaching pose of a child. Let's walk the hands over to the other side now. Turning the head, temple touches the floor. And walking forward, come onto your elbows. Elbows and knees, cat and cow. Feeling that. All right, let's stay on the elbows and take your right leg. Put your toes on the floor. Stretch through the heel. Stretch back. Push that heel way back. Stretching the calf and the Achilles tendon, the arch of the foot. And if you really get your knee straight, you'll feel it all the way up into the back of the knee. Very, very vital part of the body. The back of the lower leg is actually the heart of your lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is responsible for distributing your immune response throughout the body. Keep breathing. We're going to hold this little pretty intense stretch in the back of the calf for another 20 seconds. I'm watching the clock. Keep breathing. Push back. Keep that knee straight as you can. Awesome. All right. It's time to let the leg drift up into the air. Let it go as high as it wants to. Reach that heel up. Bend the knee. Kick it out. Bend and kick. Keep breathing. And come back to pose of a child. Relax. Up on our elbows again. Stretch the other leg back. Put the toes on the floor. Pushing back through the heel. Try and get that knee straight. 30-second static stretch. Really let that heel and calf muscle lengthen. Pushing back and breathing. There we go. Lift it up into the air as high as it wants to go. Reach it up. And bend the knee, kick it out. Bend and kick and breathe. Kick, kick, kick. 3 more. Kick, kick, and lower it down. Let's try wide-legged pose of a child now. Bring your knees out as wide as your yoga mat, big toes touching. Sliding down, bring your heart to the floor between your knees. Sink in, shift left and right till you settle in. Bend the elbows, bring your hands and arms into a diamond shape, fingertips just touching. Then turn to one side. And we're going to rise up slowly. Walk your hands towards your knees. Bring your knees together and come up into a kneeling position. Reach up, breathe in. Put your hands down. Round your back. Drop your head. Hands in prayer pose, fingers touching the top of your forehead, thumbs touching your nose. Release your neck. And slowly straighten the back. Bring the arms out to the side and rise up, breathe in. All the way back to your prayer pose, round the back. Stay here for a moment. Hand out and up, reach up and breathe in. One more time, prayer pose, rounded back. Turning sideways, I'm still sitting on my heels. If this isn't comfortable for you, you can put a pillow under your knees or under your bum, and if it really doesn't work for you, you can be in cross-legged position. But we're actually going to rise up on our knees pretty soon here, so take a moment to just roll your shoulders and back over the top to the back. Now let's bicycle, one shoulder at a time, and backwards bicycle. All right, rise up onto your knees. I'm going to stretch one leg out to the side and reach up and over. Keep breathing. Arms out to the side, line up the body straight and tall, and then we dip down. Bring that other hand to the floor. One hand up, one hand down. See if you can hover that leg out and up. And then back onto your knees. And roll those shoulders again. Breathe. And backwards. Bicycle. And backwards bicycle. Rise up onto the knees, stretch the other leg out to the side, arms out. Tilt down towards the long leg, reaching one hand up, one hand over, stretching through the side body, hips, waist, rib cage, armpit, elbow, hands, palm of the hand, fingertips spread wide, breathe. Awesome, coming back tall, arms out to the side, breathe. And exhale, bring the other hand to the floor. One hand up, one hand down, and hover the leg up. And coming back, sitting in hero pose. I'm going to turn to the side now so you can see what's happening next. Interlock your fingers behind your tailbone and squeeze your shoulder blades. Look up, breathe in. See if you can squeeze right at the base of your neck, the top of your shoulder blades. Really feel that squeeze. Compress it and breathe. Squeeze. Slide the squeeze down to right behind your shoulders. Squeeze it in, squeeze, feel it, and down, lower, lower at the very base of your shoulder blades. Squeeze right there. Keep breathing. Find your favorite place. Slide it up, slide it down, squeeze it up, squeeze it down. Where's your favorite spot to squeeze? Find it and bow your head. Keep breathing. Let's hinge at the waist. Bring that head to the floor. Arms up overhead, still compressing the hands together. And if you want, you can rise up onto the top of your head and let the arms come over. Or release the shoulders and let the heaviness of the hands pull the shoulders back even farther. And then rise back up, release, give yourself a hug. Walk your fingers a little farther back behind your shoulders. Round your back, drop your head. Rise up. Elbows come up over your forehead, reaching up. Open your arms like a flower blooming. Breathe in and out. Swing your arms front and back. And back and up. Breathe up. Lifting the hands. This is like a celebratory stance. Face lifts up to the sky. Arms out and back. Fingers spread wide. Breathe in. And then we swing the hands down, past the legs, past the hips, and bring the head down by the knees. Arms up behind you, reaching up for the sky. Fingers still spread wide. Let's do it again. Swing the hands up. Celebration, breathe in. Exhale, swing it down. Arms come up behind. Beautiful. Come back to cat and cow. Come up to table. Realign your wrists with your shoulders, your knees with your hips. Arch it up. Sway it down. Cat and cow. Breathe. And let's get ready for downward dog. Turn your toes under, lift the hips up. Find your perfect position for your feet. Push away with your arms and your hands and your fingertips. Release your neck, drop your head between your arms down to the yoga mat. Stretch through the back. Stretch through the back of the legs. Let's walk the dog. One heel up, one heel down. Hips move left and right. Bringing your feet a little closer, zip them closed, toes touching. One foot takes all the weight, the other foot hangs limp. Then take that limp leg and reach it back behind you, or perhaps up above you. Reach up, three-legged dog. Bring it down. Switch feet. All the weight on the first foot and let the other foot just hang limp. And if you want, it can swing up into three-legged dog, reaching for the ceiling or the wall behind you. Good breathing. And bring it down. Let's bring our feet into a straddle and walk the hands a little closer. You can bend your knees, hang from your hips, ragdoll pose. Arms and head just hang, let it go. Hands come to your knees, push your knees away, bring the body up. How you doing, guys? Everybody with me still? I'm not sure you're going to be able to see me standing here, but arms coming up, reach up, breathe in. Stand tall in your mountain pose, reach up, breathe in. Right hand drops, watch it go. Let it hang next to your leg, look at it down there. Walk your fingers a little closer to your knee, down the thigh, and bring the side body over. Try and equalize the weight on both feet, equal left and right weight. Beautiful. Walk your fingers back, up the leg, and bring the body straight up and down, arms Cartwheel around, looking up, and then look down. Lower fingers walk them down towards your knee. Bring side body over, stretch. Equalize the weight on both feet. Breathe. Walk the fingers back up, stretch up, both arms reach out, breathe in. And coming into a prayer stance. Let's take a straddle. Pretty nice wide straddle, not just a little wider than your hips, but a little more than that. And we're going to forward fold, bring the hands to the floor in front. Drop the head, moving the hips in a figure 8. See if you can make it a little bigger figure 8. Really cover some geography here with those hips. Move them. And now here comes the trick. Try and reverse your figure 8. The infinity goes the other way around. Keep it big, not a small movement. As big as you can. And now we're going to bring both legs straight and just hang. You can cross your arms, fold your arms. Relax from the tailbone to the top of the head. Heavy, 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 hanging, hanging, hanging. And then bring your hands to the floor again. Bend your left knee. Look right. Push back. Bend your right knee. Look left. And back and forth we go. Switch, 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 switch. All right. Bring your hands to the middle. Left hand down, right hand reach it up and look towards the ceiling. Reach it up. It can go over the top. It doesn't have to go only directly vertical. It can go over the top. Beautiful shoulder stretch here. Breathe. And drop it down. Let's go the other way. Up we go. Reach it over. Stretch around the top of the circle. Breathe. Come on down. And let's do another folded arms hang. Relax through the shoulders and back and head and neck. You can swing the arms. All right, hands to the floor. Come back onto your knees. Take a moment for yourself here. Let's let the hands rest on the knees, palm up. Round the back, drop the head. Silence, stillness. And a forward fold. Rising up. Onto your hips, and let's do a half straddle. Hands in front. Walk your hands forward. Maybe come onto your elbows. Hands to the floor. Do a few push-ups. Remember, it's your range of motion. You don't have to compare yourself to me or anybody else, or even yourself at a younger age. Accept yourself as you are right now. Enjoy the movement and the breath. Find gratitude in your heart for this wonderful life you live. Remember, you are not your body. You are not your mind. You're not your thoughts. You're not your life. You are an eternal spirit that has been given this life and given this body. It's true. Hands to the floor. Other side, we switch legs in case you didn't catch that. And down we go, up down and up. Breathe. Oh, yes. Let's come onto the elbows, take a break. And push back. All right, let's open up the legs all the way for a full straddle. And take a moment to sit as tall as you can, pulling that flesh away from your sitting bones. Straight spine all the way to the top of the head, reaching up, arms over your legs, and just reach out as if there's something just beyond your toes and you're trying to touch it, keeping the arms pretty much parallel to the floor. Stretch and breathe. Come back to the center, reach those arms up, breathe in. And come down in prayer, but keep your spine lifted. Hands coming to the heart. Breathe deep. Take a moment to feel the energy behind your knees. Maybe flex your ankles a little bit. I know my feet are off the picture right now, but flex the ankles and connect the back, the window behind the knees into the earth. Soak up that earth energy into the back of the knees, into the bottom of your root chakra. Bring it into the body. And then as you breathe in, bring the air energy into the lungs and let it all churn together and mix, making wonderful life force, your prana. Arms out to the side. Cartwheel them over and around. Bring one ear close to your knee. Side bend. And cartwheel it back up and around the other way. Side bend, ear reaching for the knee. And up we go over again, breathe. And up and over. Let's see if we can do 3 connected to breath. No stopping, just continuous movement. Back and forth, breathe. Beautiful. Hands come out and reach up. Come to prayer. Keeping long through the spine, we're going to reach the hands to the floor in front. Bend the elbows just a little bit and push back. Breathe. And come about halfway down, whatever your full range of motion is, just go halfway. And let's look over the shoulder. And back. Look over the other shoulder. And push back. 2 more times. Left. Forward. Right. And forward. Once more. Looking back over the shoulder. Push back. All right. Pushing back. Walk the hands back up and let's bring those feet together in the butterfly sit. And align your toes and your heels. If you can't get it close to your hips, it's okay. You can move them a little bit out. Doesn't have to be really in. Take a moment to look at your feet and open them up so that you're looking at the soles of your feet like you're reading a book. Open the book, close the book a few times. And then let's bring the toes all together and wrap your fingers around your toes. Use the pull against your toes to sort of leverage your heart forward. Shoulders back, face up. Put a smile on your face and let those knees sink down. Ask the hips to open. Let knees go down with gravity. Okay, that was quite a lot of open, so let's try reversing that. Bring the knees together and bring this left heel back by your right hip, flat on the floor. The top leg is going to come back. Also, that heel is by the opposite hip. Stacking the knees vertically in front of your pelvis. Take a moment to sit tall, and I know that the hips are not going to be equal on the ground, but do try to acknowledge that and push so that they are a little bit equalized. Hands can come, interlocked fingers on your top knee, shoulders back, heart up, sternum up, breathe deep. Close the eyes, take a moment for yourself here. And let's bring the fingertips to the sternum for a thymus thump, stimulating the immune system. Up and down the front of the chest, breathe deep. And it's not just a tap, it's a real thump because you're really trying to stimulate that gland to produce its wonderful immunity for the body. And let's go to the top and just widen out and come in. We're underneath the collarbone, going out and in. Thump, thump, thump. Breathe deep. Up and down, out, in, down, up, out, in. And we're going to go up now into the base of the neck, above the collarbone, stimulating all those little glands. And then let's go up the neck towards the underside of the jaw and down, up and down. Still thumping with our fingertips. Let's go above the jaw, up into the side of the cheeks, in front of the ears, up to the temple, down to the jaw. And then we go to the temple and forward in front of the eye, below the eyes, the front of the cheeks. Tap, tap, tap. Release any tension in your mind. Back to the temple and up to the top of the eyebrows and up to the top of the forehead, down to the eyebrows, up and down. Let's go to the eyebrows and out above the ears and up to the top of the head, down to the top of the ears, up to the top of the head. Thump, 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 tap, 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 breathe. Behind the ears, down to the back of the jaw and down to the neck, down to the sternum, and release. Interlock your fingers in palm up stance and rest them on your knee. And then put the hands on the floor behind your hips and swing your legs around the other way. So the top leg is now the other one, and still we stack the knees in front of the pelvis, try and equal out the hips and align the spine vertically, and bring your hands back to that interlocked palm up pose to rest on your knee. Spine is beautifully straight, shoulders are relaxed, eyes are closed. Take a moment to just listen to your body and hear what it has to say. Listen with love. Let's incorporate the Ujjayi breath, which is just a small constriction in your throat, but it causes the sound of your breath to echo in your head, a little bit like the sound of a distant ocean roaring. So just put a little constriction in your throat and breathe deep into your belly. Thank you, my yoga friends, for joining me for this wonderful hour of stretch and breathe. I hope you feel better. Hope you feel invigorated and vital. Go ahead and squeeze your hands and release right in front of your heart. Visualize your heart beating as you squeeze and release those hands. Breathe deep. Take your yoga with you as you go through your day and through your weekend coming. If you find yourself waiting in line, stand in mountain pose, breathe deep, and enjoy that experience just like you would if you were in your yoga class. Get that yoga mindset with you wherever you go. If you have driving in car and you're stuck in traffic, sit tall, shoulders back, breathe deep, and always keep gratitude in your heart. I grant you my most sincere namaste.